Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Games. We're back today to do another first for the channel, brand new content. This is tier ranking content. I've never done this and it's a lot of fun. If you don't know what it is, I'll explain it for you in full in a second, but it is something that I would like to do as maybe a little mini series with WWE SuperCard and basically bring a new style of content again to the channel, more still within the SuperCard scene, but something different than just pack opening. We do have a pack opening video coming next week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Essentially, in this video, what we're going to be doing is ranking every WWE SuperCard tier from best to worst in Season 7. So it starts at Biomech, it goes all the way up to Summerslam 21, giving you my reasons why I'm putting them where they're going, and just working through it. You guys can agree with me, disagree with me. Again, this is my personal choice, but we'll get into that in just a second. I want to say thank you guys again for 1,000 subs on YouTube. It's been amazing making content for you. I'm glad you guys are really enjoying it. If you do go on to like this video, make sure you drop a like on it. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's say aim for 50 likes for brand new content. If you guys enjoy this sort of thing, we'll do it again. And if you want to take part in this yourself, you can actually take the link from the description of this video and create your own ranking based on the exact same template that I'm using. If you guys want to share your rankings for yourselves over on twitter.com/StamBaseGames with an underscore, then I might retweet a few, share a few, whatever. I think it's gonna be good fun. I reckon it's something really cool the players should have fun doing. Anyways, let's jump straight into it. Let's check out where we're putting each tier and why. Right, so behind me you have all the tiers in Season 7. I put all these in there myself. The images are a little bit cropped and scuffed. It is my first time trying this, so you have to bear with me with that one. Again, the link to this will be down in the description if you want to play it for yourselves, but we have rankings, essentially. S being the top rank, the best rank, my favorite tier, and D being the lowest. I'm not saying anything's going to hit S and nothing's going to hit D, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to start from this one in the order that the tiers were released, so we're starting with Biomech. Okay, so first up we have Biomech tier. Biomech tier has been a pretty good tier throughout. For me, obviously, it's the start of a new season. It's the very first tier you go into, so you're super excited about this tier. So I think any first tier in a new season is always exciting for people. In terms of it, there's no event cards in this tier, so I can't rank it that highly, but, you know, everything at the start of a season goes to the top tier of the new season. In this case, it was Behemoth. So there's no event cards in this one. There's no special edition stuff per se, but there are a few things here and there, like extreme cards, which look really cool. I'm going to say for Biomech tier, I'm going to put it around a B. And the reason for that, again, is that it's a really fun tier when it came out. There is a lack of event cards and things, so I can't put it that high. But at the same time, some of the images from Biomech tier, such as Alexa Bliss's Biomech card, you know, Seth Rollins, and a bunch of other superstars had some fantastic images in this tier. And again, this tier is one of those tiers that has images that you can put on other cards, and it works almost flawlessly. There's like no outlines to it that sort of get in the way, that mean that you can't use it on different tiers. So I gotta say that Biomech tier, I think it's up there for one of my favorites this tier. I think it'd be kind of hard to beat it, but we are going to beat it because it is sad mid-rank. Anyways, moving on, let's go into Swarm. Right, Swarm tier. Right, so Swarm tier. Swarm, again, is a good tier. I really enjoyed Swarm. Again, this is off my personal opinion, but Swarm tier, I feel, was really a hit and miss. I kind of struggled with Swarm tier, and I think, again, it was pretty good. I enjoyed opening packs in it for videos and stuff on stream. It provided a lot of content for me, so it was really good. On the other side of it, though, ranking it separate to that, about, like, gameplay itself, there's no event cards again. Fusions are okay. They were pretty good. They were very nice fusions, way better than what the Biomech fusions were. And again, the images were really nice. Like, Rhea Ripley's Swarm card, I think, is one of our nicest images in the game. The only downside to the images is that they do have a very, like, yellow outline to them, and whenever you put them on other cards, it's very noticeable. So for that reason, I think I'm going to have to put Swarm slightly below Biomech in a C rank. Kind of an average tier, not my favorite, hit and miss. So next up we have Behemoth tier. It has event cards. It was the first tier in Season 7 to have event cards. At the time, these event cards, I think, were a bit hit and miss for me. Personally, I wasn't a massive fan of the design of them. They were okay, but not anywhere near my favorites that have ever come out. Image-wise, they sort of hit and miss in the background, so every time you put one of the Behemoth images on a different card, there is a massive red outline, so to me, images aren't really that reusable. You don't see it too often. Kind of like with Gothic tier, it had a big red outline, so does Behemoth tier. So for that, I'm leaning towards a lower tier, potentially more towards C. But the thing is, I kind of preferred Swarm tier over this, or maybe they're on par. I think, to be fair, they're probably around the same, even with event cards. They're kind of hit and miss, so I think I gotta put Behemoth at a C. It's not better than Swarm, but it could be worse. But I'm gonna be generous to it and rank it as a C, a very average tier in my mind. Decent event cards to it, nothing massively crazy with the tier. And again, it's really hard when the first event cards come out in this tier, because it's so close to the start of the season, to actually obtain them. in my opinion, unless you go sort of like ham at the start and you go crazy and you get loads of really good cards and you're really lucky. Other than that, you sort of struggle your way through Road to Glory and everything else because you got to go so many tiers above where you currently are. Again, if you guys agree or disagree with how I'm doing this so far, make sure you leave a comment, see where you would rank some of these tiers yourselves. If you think I'm being stupid for thinking certain tiers are where they are, let me know. I think it'd be cool. Or if you agree with me, that's also an option too. You can always say this is a great idea. Anyways, let's jump back into it. We're going back to Rumble 21 tier. Rumble 21, I think, was a really nice tier. I am a big fan of neon design, which you may be able to tell from like my logo here on YouTube and on Twitch. So based on the tier logo, I'm a little bit biased, but still, it was pretty good. We had a fair few events in this tier. So we had like LMS in there, Clash of Champions, for cards like The Rock, The Hurricane, Oscar. They were really nicely designed. The only thing I would say about the event cards though is they did seem kind of lazy because Clash of Champions and LMS had like the exact same design with their event cards. There was nothing different created about it. I don't know if that's a common thing, but I've always felt that those cards always look slightly different, you know, not exactly the same. So based on that, I want to say it should go up a bit. There are some really, really nice images in this tier. So I kind of want to put it at an A rank because it's definitely got to be above Biomech. It's got fantastic images that are reusable in other tiers. Events were good. They were well balanced. At that point, people have had a chance to catch up. So I want to say it's going to be above. So I think Rumble 21 tier is going to land at an A rank for me, personally. I really feel like that's a good justification for it. Again, maybe all of these are ranked kind of too high. Again, you can drop this below a D rank if you want to, or go above S. But, you know, I think where we're currently at, they're okay. Again, I might move these later on in the video, so you'll have to see, but let's keep going. We're gonna move on. Okay, so next up we have Wrestlemania 37 tier. Mania 37 tier, I think, has got to be like one of my favorites. And now hear me out. So with WrestleMania 37 tier, there's a lot of hype around this tier because of WrestleMania going on in real life, and I don't know why, but that seems to add a little bit of excitement for everybody to the actual tier. I could be wrong, but at least for me, it added a lot of extra excitement to it. This tier also was the tier that debuted Dusting, which is a huge change for WWE SuperCard for the positive that every player enjoys. So based on like when that was released, being in Mania tier, I gotta say that that really pushes it up there. Additionally, Codebreaker debuted in Mania 37 tier as well, so that was for Codebreaker Kane, and I gotta say, like, it's gotta be the top. Introducing a new mechanic and a new mode in one tier has to place it at the very top of the tier. Images, again, are fantastic across the board. Event cards look pretty nice. Codebreaker card for Kane looked really nice. It was just an all-round pretty damn good tier. And then, you know, I can't complain about it. I think it's right the way up there, personally. But at the same time, I think that there's a gap between where these are. So I wouldn't say that an S rank being at WrestleMania 37 should be the next one right the way down as like Rumble. I think there's more of a gap than that, so I'm going to move these down a little bit. So I think with a little bit of a change, I just wanted to point out that Mania 37 tier, in my opinion, is like miles above the rest of the tiers. Really is. Like, you couldn't compare Swarm tier to Mania tier. The images and stuff so much better. The introduction of new events, new mechanics to the game. SuperCard really upping their game with development here and making the game 1,000 times better for players from Mania 37 tier onwards. And generally, I think that's got to have that gap there, because there's something above it. Maybe Rumble could go up, we'll still see. We have 2 tiers left to go, so again, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you do drop a like on it. If we hit 50 plus likes on this video and you guys want to see more of this sort of thing, we'll do it. We have 100 other topics we can do this on, so, and potentially even stuff that we can get you guys, the viewers, involved with. If you want to be involved with that, do come on over and follow me on twitter.com/StanBaseGames with an underscore, or of course join the Discord, come watch us live on Twitch. Let me know you're around and you want to be a part of something, then we can see if we can make it happen. All of those links, of course, are pinned in the top comment and down in the description. Anyways, let's get into the second to last tier, Forged. Okay, so Forged tier. Forged tier, a pretty nice tier overall. It was one of those tiers that was really, really good with images across the board. Images for a lot of superstars were my favorites. For example, I love Jeff Hardy, and one of his best images ever has to come from Forged tier. Genuinely think that's a slight bit above the rest, you know? So I want to say it's right the way up there. By this point, I'm already enjoying it more because we have Codebreaker, but I'm going to put that back into the fact that that debuted in Mania tier, so that's why I'm ranking Mania tier higher. It was already an event by that point. So I'd say it's really good. It was one of my favorites, but I gotta say, in terms of event cards and everything, event cards kind of lacked for that tier, in my opinion. We had like Reggie, Edge, you know, people, nothing massively special for me that really stood out and made me want to go for like full heroics. Triple H card was cool at the start. After that one, I feel like they fell a little bit flat for me personally. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank Forged tier down with Rumble. A really good tier, but nothing that was like massively like stand out for me. In fact, Rumble tier I think would be my favorite over those two, purely because of like some of the LMS cards and the Rock images looking fantastic. But I'm gonna have to put Forged at B. It's not as high as Mania, but it's still above the rest. Okay, so last up we have Summerslam 21 tier. Summerslam 21 tier, again, I feel like is a really good tier. It's started off great for me. Card designs. Love card designs. They're really good. In terms of fusions and everything, we haven't seen those yet. Mania had fantastic fusions. Forge fusions were okay. In my opinion, it kind of lackluster. A lot of people in my Twitch chat were saying that they're not their first two they get. Finn Balor was about the only one they really minded or wanted to get. Mania, on the other hand, had fantastic fusions with fantastic images. I'm still looking for the Batista in that, and we haven't got that sort of thing for SummerSlam yet. We have got the first event card for it so far, which was British Bulldog / Eggdog, and I think the SummerSlam event images have to be possibly the nicest so far, like as a base event card throughout all of season 7. They looked so much better than Behemoth being like the giant crab looking thing. Rumble was quite cool with the city and everything. Forged, kind of hit and miss for me, and Mania tier again looking pretty damn good across the board. But I'd say overall I think my favorite event images and card designs have to come from SummerSlam tier, which makes me want to put it at an S rank so far, and pro animations and everything look good. There's still so much we haven't seen with SummerSlam tier as of filming this video, so we haven't seen the first Money in the Bank cards to come from it, or, you know, like Clash of Champion cards, or, you know, any sort of event cards. So there's still a lot to come. So I think at the moment it's definitely above Rumble and Forged. But at this current point in time, without seeing those other card designs and how events are going to play out, how long the tier lasts for, etc., it can't quite reach the rank of Mania 37 for me. So I'm going to have to place SummerSlam 21 officially into the A ranking. It is up there as one of my favorites, and I'm sure it could raise to S rank by the end of the tier. But generally speaking, I think this is how we're going to have to leave it. I think it's really a good, fair ranking for the tiers, Mania 37 being our top, SummerSlam 21 in second place, we have Rumble and Forge tied in third, Biomech slightly above the rest of the Season 7's kickoff tiers, and then dropping down to the bottom with Swarm and Behemoth. I want to point out as well that this doesn't mean I think any of the tiers are bad by any means, because they're really, really not. It's just whether or not I thought they were fantastic to just kind of average. Again, C is average. This is an average tier, like nothing that stands out, and, you know, nothing I wouldn't happily play. D was something that was like I was struggling at this point. I found it kind of hit and miss, and that's just because of the way new seasons launch. That event cards start so far above you, it's just kind of hard to hit it up. I think that's a fair ranking. Again, let me know down in the comments if you guys agree with it, what you guys think about it, if you're on the same page, what you would change if you were to do this yourselves, and if you do try it, of course, do feel free to. The link to it is in the description. If you guys try this and save your image and send it to me on Twitter, I might share it out to the community, see what people think of your answers too. I think it's good to sort of rank this sort of stuff, and I really want to make more content like this. It's been fun. It's something totally different for WWE SuperCard, and I want to keep creating unique content, especially for, like, towards my channel. I don't know if this has been done anywhere else. I've talked about doing this on stream for months, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. Again, I'm enjoying making the new content. We got plenty more stuff coming. A pack opening coming next week, which I'm really excited for. We have a ladder reward to claim in it, TBG packs, a bunch of really good stuff. If you haven't seen my tweet, so my old account is about to reach Forge tier for the first time. We got a bunch of 25 ticket packs and everything else to open as well, so it's going to be really, really good. We're going to open that after Giants because it will include every single Giant pack for 2 accounts. So we're looking at like 20 to 30 packs plus easily for that video, and probably a fair few SummerSlam 21 tier cards, potentially even my first pro. But on that note, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you do drop a like. We're going to keep the goal at, say, 50. If we hit 50, we'll make another one of these things. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to make sure you don't miss a single upload. And if you want to watch WWE SuperCard live, feel free to head over to my Twitch channel over on twitch.tv/StanBaseGames to come check us out live. Join the Discord. There's plenty of people in there. I think about 400 to 450 people that'll be happy to talk video games with you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.